Hi, Ben here. Once again, I would like to thank the judges and my opponent for allowing me to debate. I would like to start off with saying that my opponent, for the most part, just brings up the same points of her last video, which I have already answered. What I have to say is this. My opponent once again believes that her counterplan of giving money to African countries is better than my own. I first ask you how this would in any way benefit African Americans, which is once again the topic of this debate. Your counterplan doesn't even solve anything. All it really does is drain money from our treasury into the hands of African countries for literally doing nothing. I get it's a nice gesture and all, but it doesn't solve the topic that we're on. You then go on to talk about colonialism and how it ravaged Africa, and you say that your counterplan attacks the legacy of colonialism. Well, colonialism happened almost everywhere across the world at one point, such as the Caribbean and South America, for example. How then can you justify that only Africa is deserving of reparations, and who they should come from? Shouldn't then England pay as well for its actual various campaigns in the African continent over a large number of years? You then also talk about how your counterplan impacts the world. How? As far as I can see, it only impacts the United States because it's basically giving away money for free. So if anything, your counterplan causes more harms. This is mostly due to the fact that you fail to identify where this money is coming from. One's first assumption is that it's coming out of the taxpayers' pockets, and you guessed it, that's including African Americans as well. So if anything, now you've made them actually a lot worse than before. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, a majority of Americans living here had no ties to colonial harm that you say was done in Africa, so then why should they have to pay? Lastly, there's no proof that this money is going to benefit these African countries that have corrupt governments such as Somalia, Sudan, and Burundi, to name a few, who have exceptionally high corruption rates according to AfricaAnswers.com. Finally, you say that you have better sources and citation, but unfortunately this doesn't help you because your counterplan still doesn't work. Lastly, I think I should win this debate on the procedural misinterpretation of my opponent, who doesn't help African Americans in any way and only helps African countries. My plan benefits a larger group of people, including the group which the debate is actually about, is easier to accomplish, and lastly, it's reasonable. Thank you.